What is up, neophytes? My name's Alan, aka Neo Cryptor. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing fantastic. Leave me some comments in the comment section down there. Let me know what you thought about the whole weekend review intro thing that I just kind of threw out there. It's an experiment. I kind of like the whole montage thing from the last video, so I decided to play around with it and maybe like start front loading it at the start of my videos. Let me know what you think about that. I'd love to hear some opinions. Right, so before we get started today on the ship reviews, we've got 3 ships to look at, and then we're gonna go take a look at Boss Industries showroom for these lovely jubbly factories that I've set up here, which have been a real time saver for me. We're gonna talk about those a little bit, but before we get into that, I wanted to talk to you guys for a second. So let's get real. Let's stare off at Sanctuary. Let's get a real serene mood going on. Killing the UI. Yeah. Right. So it's been a little slow. You know, there should have been a video last week. There wasn't. I apologize for that. But right now I am paying for all these ship parts for all these ships out of pocket, on top of trying to manage my other game time activities. And it is being a royal pain in the wallet and the arse. So here is an idea. I want to run this past you guys. I'm going to set this up anyway, just in case anybody wants to participate. But I want to start source funding or crowdfunding the ships that I am, having to purchase myself for the reviews. This week, like I've got 2 that I built myself, and then 1 that's on loan. So it's still kind of but so here's my thought. Here at my Alioth base, lovely cryptic corners, I am going to set up a VR, and I'm going to set up a dispenser, right? Because it'll tell me who buys stuff, so forth and so on. Okay, so there's 2 different methods. There's the dispenser thing. Anybody that buys anything from the dispenser during that week will be eligible to win one of the ships that I review the next week, whichever ships I choose to check out. You can also participate by sending my alt, Bob from accounting, money, because he has no money of his own. And that's honestly probably the best way of doing it, because I'm not really playing on him. He's just there, training skills, still setting it way off at Haven, wherever Haven is. And so that wallet would be staying completely separate. It would help me tremendously with getting blueprints, with getting parts to build the blueprints, etc., etc., etc. And again, anybody that donates will be eligible to win one of the ships that I review that coming week. So like, say I put this down today, Friday. So next Friday, anybody that donates between now and next Friday, or before next Friday's video, becomes eligible to win one of the ships from next week's video. And then how I'll do it is I will announce the winners. As soon as I pull the winner, I will reach out to them either in Discord or in game, or however. And then I will also that following video, I will announce the winner there as well, in case it's someone I haven't been able to get a hold of or something like that. Then you can contact me and come get your ship. So usually pardon me, sorry about that. I got a little bit of a thing with my throat. So the way it's been working so far is I've been paying for 2 out of pocket, and then somebody always ends up loaning me or giving me a ship or something of that nature for the 3rd ship. At least that's the way the last video went, that's the way this video went, and it looks like that might be the way next week's video is going, because I've already got 2 ships for that, and then I have 1 that we're going to be checking out that Leafall and Briganti made, so that one's going to be a loaner. So that's the way things tend to be going. So 2 potential winners every week at least, if that pattern remains the same. If it goes down to if it ends up me buying 3 ships, then those 3 ships will be up for raffle. If it's only 1 ship that I bought, put together, then that 1 ship will be up for raffle. So it's going to be a little bit of a variable thing, but I need help doing this, guys. If you love the video series, you want to see more reviews of, ships and stuff, I would greatly appreciate it. Like I said, I'm going to set up a VR. It'll be called Cryptic Corners. So if you want to do the dispenser thing, or if you want to send Bob from accounting, hey, editor. Wait, that's me. Right. I'll put Bob's name down there on the bottom of the screen right now, just so you can jot it down. But that would be awesome. All right. Enough of the Quanta cry. But let's go ahead and start talking about today's ships, shall we? Why is it always nighttime? I'm just saying. All right, so first up, guys, we are taking a look at Toby 1 Kenobis Outrider. Toby is ruling my videos right now because we had one last week. We have this one this week, and we've got another one next week that I'm talking about. So, yeah, check that out, right? Yeah, I'm partial to Toby ships. What can I say? They always look fantastic. And the Outrider is no exception to that. This little small core looks phenomenal. The angles on this upper carapace is great. Let me turn my light on, so maybe that'll help illuminate things a little bit. Nighttime sucks, right? We can bask in the glow of the uncommon engine factory. Okay. But yeah, this looks... there's a lot of detail packed into this. Look at these intakes or exhaust. Probably exhaust is what I'd wager those are actually. And overall, it is a stylish hull that you could definitely have some fun flying around in. Interior is no different. It is a little dark, the interior. I haven't put any lights in it. There's one light in here, but it's not really enough. I turned my flashlight off. You see how dark it is in here. So I would definitely think about maybe putting a brighter light or some more lights in here. But you have your VR. We have a nice little switch on the door, which I completely ignored. That will open and shut the door behind you, as long as you remember to actually use the switch. Which all of a sudden says no. I must have broke something. That's not surprising. I've been flying. No? I don't know. Yeah, I must have broke something. Because I've been flying this ship. This has been, a good little runaround ship for me. Right here is where you can slap in a warp drive, or very much, this is very much like the Vector Voyager. It has a couple of little modular compartments. If we go up here, we have access to this entire area, which I think will fit either a small or maybe a medium shield. I'm kind of thinking probably small. I don't know. Medium might be able to stick in here. Don't know, but this would be like the tech bay in the Vector Voyager. We have a little damage report, board and little passenger area. This one has an extra cockpit or extra control seat. So yeah, that's a thing. But yeah, it's overall, it's a good looking ship. Right here, we have the info button that tells you everything about the ship, everything you can fit in the ship. It comes pre-installed with Albatross HUD in it. And yeah, it's info buttons. They're useful. Toby likes using them, and I do not blame him. They are very handy for shipbuilders. I'd like to see more things like that as little instruction manuals. Now, obviously, I put Arch HUD on here, so ignore that CPU overload thing. That was from something else. Let's go ahead and take her for a little spin here. She is rated for anything between 300 to 1 kiloton, depending on your piloting skills and depending on the buffs on the ship. This one's not very well buffed. Oh, and I'm almost out of gas. This is going to be a short little test flight, but let's go ahead and do the things that we always do. I wanted to kind of maybe take it out into the sunlight so you could get a good look at it. But, what you gonna do, right? What you gonna do? Let's go ahead and head up. As you can see, it accelerates quite well. It has no problem reaching that burn speed pretty quickly. Let's check its yaw. Let's dip back down a little bit. Oh, okay, maybe we can get to the sunlight. Yeah, check that out. Let's go ahead and dip back down. In space, she is fairly quick. She has a empty weight speed of 42,000, which is pretty good. All right, so let's check our yaw now that we've got a little bit more atmo. And if we just do that, will the yaw catch up? Yeah, it catches up pretty good. But as you know, you people who yaw your ships, nah. Obviously you've got to turn like this, which is the proper way. Yeah, bank into those turns and just roll with it. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go ahead and take a little extended tour here. Let's zip up into high orbit. So maybe we can get a little sunlight on this beauty. Here's the undershell. Let me turn the HUD off a little bit so you can see what we're looking at. Look at all the detail that is packed in on this little S-Core ship. I mean, mwah, as usual, beautiful, beautiful ship by Toby. And there's me, you know, hitting wrong buttons because I like to do that occasionally. All right. And then if we can get a good, let's just get up a little bit higher. See if we can. There we go. Look at that beauty right there. I mean, she is gorgeous. Of course, the blueprint comes with a secondary blueprint for skinning the ship to change the color of the carapace because that voxel work is a little bit tricky to play with. Overall, I love the shape of the ship. It flies very well. Definitely a great little ship. Whether you're an experienced pilot or a new pilot, you can't go wrong. It is a good ship. Definitely check it out. As you can see, we have, you know, just zipping around the orbit line here because why not? All right, guys. Given the fact that I have hardly any space fuel, we're not going to zip out to show the acceleration. She's no slouch. I will tell you that straight up. So yeah, but I mean, this is all basics, so don't expect like super amazing thrust from militaries. So, you know, obviously you can switch out those engines if you want, but for build costs, this thing is absolutely wonderful. It does a great job. I've flown it to Thades. I've flown it to Jago once. It's pretty good. And that's without warp drive. I've been slow boating everywhere because I'm broke. I can't afford warp cells. Go figure, right? All right, so let's move on to the next ship up on the chopping block. I didn't do a crazy Ivan. Dang it. Oh, well, next time, Gadget. Oh man, look at this view. Dude, if I didn't already have my tile on Alioth and I wasn't close to Market 6 in my org, I would so come to this tile. I still might. This might be a getaway tile because my God, this is an island in the middle of a big lake. Look at this. This view is amazing. Anyway, enough with the view. Wow, I dig it though. I really dig this spot. I'm gonna have to jot this spot down. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and make a bookmark here so I can come back and revisit this idea. Let's just copy those coordinates to clipboard and maybe, yeah, says destination, right? Is that what we're doing? Yeah, look at this tile. Just gorgeous, right? Says destination. Let's bookmark this. Neo's Getaway. We come out here to build in peace and quiet. Oh, right. No apostrophes. Dang it, man. I think I am going to come back and claim this spot. Unless one of you guys beat me to it and figure out where I'm at. Anyway, guys, so this next ship may or may not need any introduction. It's apparently been around since early beta, and somehow I've never heard of it until recently. And I kept hearing it's the best hauler in DU. It's the best ship in DU. It's the best blah, blah, blah in DU. I'm like, man, those are some bold claims. I need to check this one out. So we are taking a look at Furious Puppies Diligence, the uncommon version. There's 3 versions of this ship: a basic version, uncommon version, and advanced version. The uncommon version uses uncommon militaries as for the Atmo thrust, and uncommon safe engines for space. Safe engines, I know. They're actually really good. People are underestimating those things. They're quicker than, they have a quicker spin up than maneuvers. So, yeah. Anyway, as you can see, it's got a aileron wing stack. Are these ailerons or are these wings? I don't know. Let's look. Yeah, wing. It's got a big wing stack in the back, so it's got lots and lots and lots of lift. It's rated with zero skills. It's rated for 2.5 kilotons. With solid level 4 skills, supposedly, now I haven't done quite this much yet, but I believe it. Supposedly, it's rated for 5.1 kilotons off of Alioth, and this is a small core hauler. There is a 10 stack of large containers in here. in these forks. And if you're really feeling froggy, you can put more containers in between the forks. This thing, you probably saw it in the little intro weekend review thing. Yeah, I tested this thing out by running some missions, and it does what it says on the tin. It's very, very impressive. There is not much of an interior, as you can see. The ship is really light. It's mostly, carbon fiber. But yeah, it does come with a HUD of some, I probably a Furious Puppies design or someone else's design. I did take it off and went with Arch HUD on here, though actually I've been using Sagacious's old autopilot script. No one can ask me for that because I will not give it to you, because the old version is broken at launch. That's why he made the new one. But I really like the HUD on the old one, so I will say I find ways of getting what I bought. Yeah. So yeah, don't ask me. I'm not going to tell you. But right now we have Arch HUD on it, and as you can see, it has a VR. It has a res node. It has it has all the accoutrements one might need: 4 large tanks, 2 space, 2 atmo, and a metric crap ton of power. But yeah, it's a very unique design. It reminds me of so many different things looking at this thing. From the side, it reminds me of some high-end, super fancy video card. If you look at it from this way, it looks like a robot that's getting ready to transform. It's in its vehicle mode, maybe Megatron or something. It's very unique. I really like the styling of it. It does what it says on the tin. It's great for running missions. It's great for hauling stuff. And it's just an escort. I mean, seriously. Oh yeah. The advanced, by the way, the basic version and the uncommon version, the blueprints are free. The advanced version blueprint will set you back a whopping, oh my god, break the wallet, 1 million quanta. So very fairly priced for the blueprints, more than fairly priced for what this ship can do. But she gets up, she gets gone, she can lift a ton of weight. I had no problems running my missions. If I wanted to do some PvP missions, I could just slap like a medium shield on in between those forks and just go, maybe, possibly, don't quote me on this. Haven't tried it, don't know if it'll fit. Maybe even a large shield. And just, go do your thing, man. But as you can see, she has 0 problems. Look how quick those engines spun up. I tell you, safe engines are actually really good. And she can just get up and get gone without any problem. Now, in space, her top end is only 27K unloaded. When she's loaded, when I was running my missions, I was doing about 20. So it's not fast as a mission hauler, but it gets the job done, and it gets it done well, actually. And the fuel economy on this ship, surprisingly, is really, really good. Even with that military stack in the back, I've only filled it up once since I built it, and I've been using it for running missions and, I guess twice now I've filled it up. But yeah, I've had it for 2 weeks. So yeah, because this was going to be on last week's docket, and I actually managed to get this one built last week. But yeah, so here we are this week, and the fuel economy, really good. Great ship, hauls well, flies really well. I wouldn't do a Crazy Ivan in this one, though. I'm just saying, she is, a little bulky for doing something like that. So if you want to do some stunt hauling, maybe look at something else. But if you're just wanting a good everyday ship to run around, grab a bunch of ore, if you have a bunch of tiles to calibrate, do some mission running, haul some stuff for the org, go get one of these uncommon blueprints. I mean, it's free. The parts are going to set you back a little bit, especially those Safe XL engines, but I think it's worth it. And by the way, if you decide to pick one of these up and build it and you can't find the Safe XL engines, shoot me a message. I can build them. I built these 2. It took for frickin' ages though, so don't expect me to go, oh yeah, here you go. But it would take a couple days to get them put together, but we can work out something. You just get, maybe you can just bring me the ore and I'll build them for you. I don't know. Something. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take her back down, and we're going to look at the last ship on the docket. And then we are going to go check out the Vol, Voss, Vol, VO. Let's just go with Victor Oscar, VO Industries, and all the lovely factories that they offer. All right, guys, are you looking for a space RV? A home away from home? Well, look no further. Let's check out, what is this? I always get the name of this ship wrong for some reason. There we go. It's the DIA Centaur by, DIA was created by our lovely Draco Stan. And yeah, as with any Draco ship, it flies super well. We'll get into that. But this was a little different than most of Draco's ships. It's a little sleeker. And unlike most of the DIA ships, it actually has an interior. So yeah, it reminds me quite a little bit of, like a space RV or something of that, nature. Because you got your kitchenette down here, complete with a bay window to have your brunch, etc. We have our VR pod here in the back with a couple of small containers here. By the way, this thing is with no skills rated for 500 tons, I believe it was. So if you have skills, you can definitely do more than that. I would wager you probably be able to get pretty close to a kiloton out of it with proper skills and boosts. We have our warp drive. We have some lovely vegetations. We have a nice screen watching Rick and Morty. Yeah, some artwork everywhere. It's pretty cool. It does the job. We got our warp cell calculator. We got, what are you? I don't even know. Oh, okay. Here we go. A damage report script on this board. And it comes standard with Arch HUD installed. The elevator goes all the way to up here to the bedroom area where we have a bed, nice. Look at the curves on that. I'm talking about the bike. Get your minds out of the gutter. She's not bad either, but damn. We have the bedroom area, which is decorated a little bit as well. Like I said, it really reminds me, of course, we need a toilet, but you can tell I haven't used it because it's not smoking. But yeah, it really reminds me of a space RV. I got to tab over the screen to look real quick. 128 kiloliters of space. Like I said, cargo lift rated for 500 tons with 0 skills. Let's go ahead and take her up and about, and we'll see how she does. I am not landed. I said take off. Jeez, ship. As you can see, she gets up and she starts moving pretty fast. Let's go ahead and turn on our vectors. Our trajectory line here, rather. Let's check our yaw. Yaw's okay. Yaw's okay. Let's, I'll be honest with you, I haven't flown this one that much this week. I picked it up, flew it over to my base, and that's about as much as I've flown it. So this is kind of me playing with it too. Oh yeah, keeps up great with the good way of piloting. I'm surprised I don't get ragged on in the comments for saying that all the time. But yeah, she is a good looking little ship. I actually like, as far as I've never been, I'll be honest, I've never been a huge fan of the DIA ships. They always just didn't quite feel right to me. And it's, kind of part of it is the blue, but the blue on this one actually looks really good. The accents look really good. The fact that it has the interior is cool. And the cages, I really like the little engine cages that he put on it. So overall, this is probably my favorite looking DIA ship right now that I've had the chance to tinker with. So the blueprint will set you back 2.5 million. By the way, all the ships we looked at today will be linked to the DU creator pages down below. Let's go ahead and zip into orbit. Do a quick little check to see how quickly we get up to speed or close to speed, because top end of the ship is 37K empty, which is pretty respectable if you ask me. And it does have a warp drive. Actually, let's see, how much does it cost us to warp? Let's set a warp point to, I don't know, Jago, right? Let's do Jago, I think, or TO, I don't know which one's further. 487, 475. Let's set to TO then. So your maximum warp is going to cost you 52 warp cells to TO. That's honestly pretty good for something this size, I think. My XS core hauler that we did in the last video, that was running missions with, man, just that was like at the 70 warp cells or something. It was kind of crazy for an XS. A little bit of coffee. We're already up to 10,000 kilometers and only 0.76 SU from where we left, so it's got respectable space thrust. It's not going to take you forever to get up to speed, so that is good. I don't want to go too far because, as the trend is right now, we low on fuel. So let's go ahead and head back to Alioth. I'm going to head back to my base, and we're going to go take a look at the factories that I was talking about. Real quick, talk about those in my experience, because I actually have 2 of their factories, 3 technically, but I haven't been able to afford to get the 3rd one set up yet. But we'll talk about the factories and why I really like them. All right, guys, so we are going to go take a look at Vol, VOL. I don't know why I always say Voss. It's a different thing, but VOL Industries. The Omega 28, baby. He makes modular factories for you guys to pick up, drop a blueprint, and, you know, just go. You know what? I need to turn my constructs up, so let's go in here and crank this bad boy up to 100, hit resume, and let things kind of start popping in, because he has all kinds of factories here, all your different types of gases. He's got engine factories. He just completed, he started with an advanced engine factory, which I don't know, I feel like he's working backwards on that. He just completed the uncommon engine factory, which is on sale right now for a little over 5 mil. But as you can see, he's got dynamic core factories, static core factories, advanced industry, uncommon industry, basic industry, space cores, basic containers, advanced optimized containers, etc., etc., etc. There is so much here, and there is a shipyard with ships on display for sale as well from different creators. I do not quote me on this, but I believe he told me that they're giving the slots to display the ships for free. So if you're a creator, go hook up with Omega, talk to him. And I may be wrong on that, but I could swear it was either Omega or someone else that mentioned that to me. But yeah, so you got all your fuels, you've got some factory shells you can pick up to, you know, just build your own factory in, which all look pretty awesome. They're pretty nice. He's working on a brand new one too. I don't remember where oh, right there. Look at that bad boy. That shell is amazing looking. And yeah, one of these, the small, I think it's the small one, small core factory is, the blueprint is free for the shell. So that's something here, but we got basic mining units, vertical lights, and there is a whole range of pricing, like this vertical lights and the fuels blueprints. They cost $1 million each. A lot of these, particularly like the fuels, have both space and ground versions of the blueprints. Waiting for the factories to have like engine factories to have space cores. Just saying. But he's got a lot going on. So, you know, the prices are pretty fair in my opinion, because, oh man, it saves such a headache of figuring out all the freaking wire spaghetti, where things need to be, what your maintain levels are, how many different machines you need for X, Y, and Z. It's just all done for you and quick to deploy. This is, because originally I had an uncommon engine factory, not very well optimized. It was up in my space station, and I had to move my space station. You want to know why? Ask me, kid. But yeah, I had to move it, and so I had to tear it all down. I was just not looking forward to that. And then he got the uncommon factory done for the Atmo engines, at least. And I'm like, yep, take my money. Here it is. I'm not doing spaghetti hell again. Also, these things are kind of future-proof, because he has a container here that keeps spare schematics in it. So when the schematic update changes, you're going to be good to, or it changes, you're going to be good to go. It just literally, you're going to have to set that hub as the schematic hub, drop all your schematics in it, and all the machines will pull from those, which is going to be fantastic. But yeah, this place is massive, and he keeps adding more and more factories, working on all kinds of things. So definitely pop by. I will have the VR listed below, or, well, actually, you know what? I'll just put a link to the DU creator page profile that shows all of his factories, and it has the VR and all that stuff on it. But yeah, let's go ahead and go take a look at my factory and talk about my experiences with setting them up and such. Yeah. All right, here we are back at bustling Cryptic Corners with its development heavily and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so yeah, I originally bought the Advanced Engine Factory, which I've still yet to be able to put together, and the Uncommon Industry Factory to make the machines I need for the Advanced Engine Factory. As you can hear, it's still kind of chugging away because I've had to make a few things. Ignore that script error you just saw. That is something I caused because I modified the factory a little bit. Since I'm doing these modular factories now, I kind of decided that I wanted to have a central refinery and just convert everything over to using pure, so I can just drop pures over. So I removed all the smelters, which were all in there, and stuck in some transfer units connected to the main hubs to just move pures around. That caused a script error. Yeah. It is what it is, right? It's not a big deal. But yeah, everything was pre-linked. Everything it has signs everywhere telling you what goes where, if it needs a schematic, what you should set your maintains to. It is super well organized. I mean, really, really, really well organized. Everything is labeled. It is absolutely such a huge time saver. Now, going around putting schematics into the machines right now before the schematic changes, updates, does take a while, but I mean, you have to go around to all the machines and set what recipe they should be doing anyway, so you can just drop the schematics in at that point. Overall though, what is this? Oh, that's the actual schematics box. I didn't even know that was there. So yeah, but overall it has been a fantastic experience using this. I think it's great for anybody that wants to kind of mess with industry and get into industry a little bit, but really doesn't want to have to deal with the oh my god spaghetti that is everywhere you look. Just spaghetti. Like me, I don't want to deal with that. It's just horrible for me. So yeah, these things are fantastic, and the materials put them together weren't really all that bad either. And I've got the Uncommon Engine Factory. It's not running yet. I've still I am so sorry. I've got this thing with my throat right now. Anyway, but yeah, it's not primed and ready to go yet. I just converted over to using pures. I do have a bunch of, but I need to go through and set all the recipes of all the things. Ignore the holes in the floors. That was me converting things. There should be a ceiling there. There is not at the moment. I got to fix that later. But I got to go around to all these machines and read the label and set all the maintains and all that stuff still for this thing to start functioning. And then I got to go mining because I need ore. All right. But yeah, these things are great. They look pretty good as well. They do the job quite well. The functions, amazingly. It was just such a pleasant change from trying to manage all the wiring myself. It was just, oh, I hate that part. Absolutely hate that part. So yeah, if you guys are wanting to get into industry, go check out their stuff. I highly recommend it. It works. It does what it says on the tin. Omega is super friendly, and yeah, very helpful. All right, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, you know what to do. All the things that the YouTube algorithm wants, like the likes and the comments, subscribes if you're new, and 3,000 pints of blood from your closest relatives, neighbors, dogs, cousins, uncles, sisters, wallaby. And but that's gonna be it. Like I said, I'm gonna set up a VR here. It'll be Cryptic Acres if you want to come do a dispenser donation to help fund the show, or you can send some quanta over to Bob from accounting. I love that name. He's gonna be my PvP alt, by the way, just letting you know, because I don't know why, but the idea of shooting somebody down with a character named Bob from accounting, this seems phenomenal to me. Let me know what you think. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, this is Neo, and I'll see you in game. Bye.